Hi Leo, this is going to be your reading for the end of January 2021. It is good for the Sun, Rising, Moon, and Venus sign of Leo. Keep in mind this is a general message, so it's not going to resonate with everyone that watches. If it doesn't resonate, try watching readings for your other placements on this channel. You could find messages there instead. If you want to book a private reading with me that's just for you, Leo, the link to my website to schedule a live one-on-one reading with me is in the description below this video. If you're new, welcome to Soma Chandra Tarot. Subscribe and hit the bell so you know when I read for your sign. I read for you here every week. As many of you know, Leo is my favorite sign. All my heroes in life are Leo. I have many of you in my life and I love you all very much. So I always look forward to reading for you and I hope this message helps. Right now it is Soma Chandra Leo. Leo, I've been picking up on really tough energy for you guys for about a month now, maybe longer. This is tough too, but your final outcome is Judgment and the Hermit here, the Libra, Scorpio, and Virgo energy. So I do think that this week you're going to be at a major crossroads and you're going to come to a true sense of an inner knowing. When Judgment comes, it makes way for an absolute ending that will bring forth the World, which is the last card in the major arcana, and an ascension and a new beginning. I think you are very close to that in a situation that might be very important to you. This week, you and others, I think this is your action. You are going to search your soul and think about a major choice that you've made. Judgment is where we can no longer ignore the call of the divine. This is about a rebirth from within. So the cards that came out initially and the reason for the reading is the Page of Cups, the Ten of Cups in reverse, and the Three of Cups in reverse. So because the Hierophant is on the table, for many of you, this is about a family dynamic. It could have possibly involved, a divorce and a third-party situation, but not necessarily. Some of you, there is a child involved, possibly a young water sign. Someone here does feel vulnerable, but they want to open up emotionally. They want to dip their toe in the water. Sometimes the Page of Cups might be an apology as well. You want to explore something emotionally from the heart, but there's been trouble in paradise with the Ten of Cups in reverse. Sometimes this speaks to divorce, but not necessarily. Struggling relationships and a misalignment in value and a bit of a disconnection. Some of you are learning lessons of independence. The Three of Cups in reverse speaks to needing alone time. Perhaps three was a crowd. There might have been hardcore partying. Perhaps you feel like you're on the outside of a family or group dynamic looking in, or someone feels that way with you. When I saw the Five of Swords come out at the center of everything and the challenges, I felt as though you needed oracle cards to give you some advice. So the end of January, your guides really want you to keep some things in mind and to surrender to two things right now. First of all, they want you to surrender frustration. Frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to just take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so you may approach the situation more calmly. It looks like tempers are flaring here with the Five of Swords. And watch your words coming out and surrender to receiving support and love. Some of you might be very withdrawn and feeling like you have to do something all alone. I do see some suffering alone and in silence over here. With the Hierophant here, that's support from the community at large, family as well, possibly a mentor, a teacher, or a guide. And your guides want you to surrender to support and love. Allow the love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. Your guides are saying, don't frustrate yourself by doing something all alone here. If you're feeling unsupported by your tribe or your community or a family, there may be outside resources that can help you. Surrender to receiving support and love where it is available to you. They have further advice for you. The first card that came out of the Colette Baron Reid Spirit of the Animal Oracle deck is Watch Your Words in reverse. First of all, I got a specific download off of this. Someone's not watching your words. Someone's not listening to what you're saying. Someone may be leaving you left on red. And this might be making you mad. Or it's like communication isn't good. Be very careful of what you say and listen carefully to what is being said by someone else. Someone might have not nice things to say and they may regret it later as well. Also, trust in the divine detour came out, Coyote Spirit. When this comes out, I think it's always important to read the message that Coyote wants to tell you. Sometimes a goal is so enticing and alluring that you lose footing in the pursuit. You begin to fixate on capturing this prize, whether it be an opportunity you've always wanted, a relationship with an elusive someone, or the promise of quote unquote that big break. Coyote warns you that this trickster energy seduces you now, but it'll yield nothing but disappointment and an unnecessary heartache if you let yourself be fooled. Listen to her gentle warning. Don't take the world too seriously or become too attached to the form and timing of your desire. So something might not be happening when you want it and how you want it. Something might be elusive. Something better might be beckoning, Leo. If you learn your lessons and lighten your heart, it will not be long before you see that crooked though the path may be, you were on the right one all along. So I think that you or a person you're connecting to wants to be on a very specific path and it's not coming to fruition the way you want it to. Coyote is saying, trust the divine detour. This might not be the best thing for you. You just might want it because it's eluding you. Watch out what you chase. You could be just chasing a dragon or a demon. Also, watch your words this week as well. Others need to be reminded of that also. So, Leo, the way you see yourself and the way you feel right now about this situation, 9 of Wands, 9 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles. Some of you have been having some financial issues and familial problems as well. Definitely maybe need to rethink your soul tribe, and a child might be involved. I see that you're not giving up though. You're hanging in there in a situation, but you do feel like your boundaries are tested. I didn't get the 7 of Wands, which is you feel challenged. You just feel like this is a test of strength, boundaries, and faith for you at this point. But I also see with the 9 of Swords, so you have gotten to the completion of the 9, but the 10 is the transcendence here. So I see that there's a lot of fear, worry, and anxiety. For some of you, this is about financial issues or just feeling left out in the cold in some way. This is about financial loss or impoverishment, perhaps just isolation and worry and a lacking mindset. Look around and find the support and love that can be given to you at this time. But I do see you guys hanging in there. You guys have a fighting spirit and the heart of a lion. So I can see that you're stressed and you're just not getting what you need. Go towards those that support you. It looks like this could be trouble in paradise, possibly at home as well. It could have been a triangulation, but that doesn't always speak to romance. It could be triangulations in relationships and family, or just your friends and your soul tribe as well. It could even be happening in the workplace or at school because the Hierophant is here. But your actions are the 5 of Cups in reverse, the Hierophant, and the 2 of Pentacles. So the 5 of Cups in reverse is actually great. You're like, okay, I can forgive myself for things that I was once regretful for. I felt regret, failure, disappointment, and pessimism. I'm going to stop crying over spilled milk and forgive myself and try to move on. I have learned major lessons. The Hierophant is Taurus. This is wisdom, knowledge, and spiritual strength. The Hierophant can be a mentor, a teacher, a leader. It is the community at large. It can be family. It can be spirituality. It is also a need to play by some rules and follow tradition. That'll mean different things for different people. Sometimes the Hierophant can feel really stuffy, like your family might be saying, this is how we are, this is how it's always done. And you're like, well, I'm tired of apologizing for myself all the time. Some of you may seek counsel or guidance because you're trying to figure out how to do something here. The 2 of Pentacles is like, oh, what do I do? If I do it this way, this will happen. If I do it this way, this will happen. Also, if any of you are having any financial issues, Leo, you may go seek counsel for that and not beat yourself up over it. I suggest you get counsel if you feel as though you need it, because it looks like you're stressed out and worried. Some of you are worried about money or just trying to figure out what to do here. You may seek guidance right now. What's between you and your environment is the 5 of Swords. So there could be fighting and conflict. Sometimes we just have to fight through something to change. When the 5 of Swords comes out, in particular with interpersonal relationships, the advice attached to it is, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? We do sometimes have to fight and win at all costs. Some of you might be dealing with a Scorpio, in particular with judgment and death here. Perhaps another Leo or someone with Leo in their chart. Just ask yourself if you want to be right or you want to be happy. What do you have to do to win at all costs? How does the loser in this situation feel, and how does the winner feel? Because the challenge is the Queen of Swords in reverse and the Hangman in reverse. Some of you have a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in your energy that's feminine, also Pisces here. So either you or a person you're connecting to is being kind of bitchy and cold-hearted possibly. This is where we feel the need to protect ourselves to the point where we're not nice. This person, you or a person you're connecting to, might feel easily influenced by their emotions and to the point where they're overly emotional. Or this person, you or a person around you might be saying, I cannot directly communicate with you at this point. My boundaries aren't even clear with you at this point. You could even be rejecting this person at this point. Someone just can't stand up for themselves in a clear, appropriate way. This might even be messing with your mental health or someone else's. This Five of Swords and the Queen of Swords in reverse is someone who's angry and they're going to cut somebody off and they're having a hard time watching their words. So communication is important. Coming up with a solution for yourself and sticking to the truth and your own sovereignty and being direct and independent is what's important at this time. Someone's struggling with that. Also, the Hangman in reverse is an interesting challenge and one that comes out a lot for a lot of people. The Hangman in reverse is where we're in a situation that we're uncomfortable with. We have to make a sacrifice. We have to admit that we put ourselves here, whether we think we did or not, and we can't act out of impulse. We have to just surrender and see something from a different point of view and just hang there and accept something and receive enlightenment. Someone's not able to do that here. Someone has just completely left something on pause. Communication might not be good. Someone might be acting out of impulse to avoid dealing with a situation that they put themselves in that they're uncomfortable with. That's a challenge. If you can overcome that challenge or see that someone's doing that with you, the impulsivity, and not just hanging and accepting and seeing something from a different point of view or a different angle, that will help. Someone just refuses to see it from a new point of view, and it's just been left forever stagnant at this point and avoidant to the nth degree. Someone's very avoidant and can't communicate very well, probably because there's anger. So knowing this and addressing it could really fix the situation. A person in your energy is showing me Death in reverse, the King of Cups, Strength in reverse. There you are. You could be connecting to a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Someone's maybe having a hard time accepting an ending of something. This could even be someone having a hard time getting over the death of someone as well, but not necessarily. When death comes in reverse, we are afraid of what's going to grow in the place of what dies. Someone is not accepting an ending or is not allowing for transformation. You could be connecting to this water sign here. This could be a family member or a friend or a romantic partner. This person they try to be compassionate and diplomatic, but they don't express a lot of emotion. At this point, they might be rejecting you. They might not be allowing for change. You and this person or in this situation, this could even be a family or group dynamic where everyone needs to allow for change and growth. You know, these traditions and who we really are, sometimes the Hierophant does not allow for change. So make sure you're as flexible as you can be. Someone might be making you feel like you have to do it their way. It's possible. But with Strength in reverse, this person is having a hard time being compassionate and being the gentling influence. And this King of Cups is usually a great influence. Maybe sometimes they are, but sometimes they're not. They might be rejecting you, or they can't tame their raw emotion, their pride, their desire. They feel like there's some inadequacies here on their end, maybe on your end. This looks tough. Their action towards you is, they also might be married or something. They may have a lot of love for you, but they're afraid of what grows in the place of what dies, and they have a lot of self-doubt. At this point, their actions towards you is the Knight of Wands in reverse, the Ace of Swords in reverse, and the Four of Pentacles. This person holds back. They're very on again, off again. If this is a romantic relationship or a sexual relationship, this was a passion project. This person is hasty and their energy is scattered. It's very on again, off again. And there's just delays, or this person's just frustrated. They're not going to passionately drive towards this. Their energy is plateauing. They also have a clouded judgment. They can't seem to have a breakthrough with you. They might not want to. They're rethinking the whole thing. With the Ace of Swords in reverse, they're focused more on inner clarity. They maybe can't talk at this moment. And the Four of Pentacles, they hold back. They hold back and they hold on. I notice that you're the Five of Pentacles. You're not getting what you need. You only have 2 Pentacles left in your reserve tank here. This person does not want to open up and give anymore. This might be pissing you off. This could be about finances, but sometimes even our emotions have like material value to us. So this person holds back. They also hold on to something and won't let it go. So at this point, the final outcome this week is everything has led you to this moment where it's probably made you feel like you're kind of forced to search your soul and really think about this because you have a major choice to make. I see you at a major crossroads here. If there are any issues, it's not being able to directly communicate and be independent and clear-minded. And I mean, this Queen of Swords in reverse is a person who is letting emotions influence them when they need to be more fair and unbiased. This is a person with biased judgment. They're bringing their past biases into the situation. They may have a reason for that, but ultimately it's keeping everybody from seeing it from a different point of view and probably seeing each other's points of view. So be careful be careful of the communication and accept the divine detours. Someone might have wanted something. You might be hanging in there in a situation because you believe that there's going to be a commitment, but there seems to be this wavering for you. And there's trouble in paradise here and a lack of coming together for healing and stability and creativity. Allow for the divine detour. You may not be meant to be in this situation, especially if it's making you mad. At the very least, you just need to walk away and cool off because you need to watch your words. Watch for gossip, hearsay, shit talk, someone not. Make sure you read carefully what people write and watch what they say and listen and ask them to do that for you. It might make things different. Yeah. All right, Leo, that's your reading for the end of January. This was tough. Not as tough as last week, though. You guys seemed in crisis last week. I think you're at this precipice here with the Hermit and Judgment, the final judgment call being made. You just have to figure out how to practically make it work for yourself. So I hope this helps you guys. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Leo. Take care of yourselves. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.